what? I am feeling great.
Welcome back to our meditation special episode on Light of Knowledge. So far, we've been discussing meditation in general, but today we are going to see the impact of meditation on children below 11 years old. So let us welcome Dr. Donika without any further ado, so she can give us her insight on this issue. Welcome, Doctor, to the show.
Thank you. Shanti.
So today we are going to start with children. Children are so lovable, and this age group is going to be under 11 years old that we're talking about. They are so lovable, they're so pure, they are so fun-loving. And just a thought, because I have a nephew who's 10-year-old, and just when I imagine him as I'm talking to you, just the thought of having him sit in meditation seems like far from possible. It's totally impossible. So is it possible to make a child meditate?
Yes, definitely. Because I myself have learned the meditation from childhood.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What age may I ask?
I was in 4th standard at that time. And though it's very early age for very deeper understanding, but yes, gross understanding we can have. Just like we were making our children learn prayers, do early morning prayer, pray to God. But now we know that meditation is more, we can say, introspective, it's more helpful, and it's a two-way communication. So if we make the children learn meditation right from the early childhood, it would be helpful for him throughout his lifetime.
Okay, but prayer is so ingrained in our culture.
Yeah.
Prayer is a part and parcel of our life from childhood. But meditation is a completely different aspect. And may I add that the parents themselves have to know how to meditate in order to be able to teach their child?
Yes, of course, because the children follow the parents. If the parents themselves are learning meditation, the children can follow them. And I would definitely suggest all the parents that this learning meditation would change their lives. Along with it, they will change their children's life also, because here they will have a meditative family.
That's right.
And doing the meditation in the family, it would be a greater perspective, and we can say we will have a happy and meditative family with it.
So the first step to teach a child to meditate is to have their parents learn to meditate.
Yes.
Because parents are always role models for children.
Yeah, sure.
They imitate their parents, they follow their parents. So that is the first step.
When we are making our children learn meditation, one thing we can have a humorous thing we can say, let me go back to my childhood days. Let me recollect the memories I was having. Say when I was learning to talk, walk, and another things whichsoever arts, whichsoever qualities I learned. Throughout that qualities I was enjoying my life. Now let us reconnect it with our children. When we teach all these things to our children, along with this, we have to do one thing. We have to add one more quality, that is meditation.
Okay. But as you said, I regressed. I went back to my childhood days. And from childhood, we have been praying. Our parents taught us to pray. And that seems a lot more easier.
Yeah.
Because if I were to sit down at that age and meditate, children have so much energy. They're bubbling with energy. So it really seems impossible to me that, I ask my child, okay, you sit down and I'm going to teach you to meditate for 10 minutes.
No. As you are saying that it seems impossible, you are looking at one perspective. There is one more perspective at which we can look at, and we will learn that perspective today. We don't have to say our children, sit back, you leave your work and do meditation. We have to make them play in meditation.
Oh, that's a very interesting aspect.
Yeah, we can literally make them play. Suppose we are playing a game, and along with that, we say that, chalo, we are having one more companion or one more competent with us, that is God. That's a new perspective. Children, they are very pure souls.
Yes.
And whatsoever we teach them, they catch them very, very fast. And at this age, if we teach meditation with a playing concept, with a concept which is something new and creative, that God is also one of our best friend. If we have any problem, just tell God that He is our best friend. He will come to help us, or He will send anybody else to help us. Children will create interest in it.
Okay, that's a very good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And instead of giving them some deep knowledge which they're not going to understand anyways, make it playful for them.
Yeah. And even while they are sitting for studying, we can say, chalo, now sit down. First of all, we will have our companion God. We will remember Him for 2 minutes, and then we will start studying. This will help him to concentrate. Less time he can remember and recollect more things, because his concentration power will also increase with this.
Another aspect to this is children are overburdened with their studies.
Yeah.
And I remember as a child, I did not have to study so much as the children these days have to. I mean, their backpack itself is like so loaded with books.
Very true.
So with this burden that they're carrying on their shoulders already, at an age when they should really be playing out there, how do we convince them that meditation is going to help you?
Rather, I have seen from my understandings, when I was a child, I was learning all the things. Along with it, what did I learn? That I didn't sit for hours together for studying, right? What I was doing was, I was having my classes attended regularly. I was having 100% attendance in my schools. But whenever I was there in the school, I was very attentive at that time.
Okay.
So we can teach our children, the intermediate time, they have some gap that other teacher comes and the first teacher leaves. So in that gap, what do? Usually they talk.
They'll play, they'll run around.
They run around. Okay, you do all the things, but just for 2 minutes you say, before your lecture starts, just you concentrate that my friend, my Baba is with me, and now we are learning one new lesson today.
That's very nice. Actually, while you've been saying this, I just visualized something. They have their intermission where, like a lunch break.
Yeah.
So even before the lunch break, we can teach them that before you start your lunch, just think that my friend Baba is sitting with me and we're going to have lunch together.
And you see, if one child he has learned, and even if he says other children, this will be a group change, we can say. The whole group will change, and we can have a meditative class. You can just visualize the energy. The whole group will create a very positive and elevated energy. And this can change the whole school. If the schools adopt this practice, if the classes adopt this practice, you can see there is a fantastic change in the school, or fantastic change in the class. Rather, we have the Touch the Light programs for the school children.
I was really thinking on those lines. I was thinking that won't it be nice if we can introduce meditation as a subject in schools?
Sure, definitely it can be introduced. But it depends on the principals and the, we can say, trustees of the school. If they are associated, or we can say, invite any of the Brahma Kumaris institution. We see there are a number of Brahma Kumaris centers throughout the world. We have more than 8,500 centers, and we are ready to help anytime.
That's nice. How can I am a meditator.
Yeah.
I want my child to meditate, but my child won't listen to me. Because more and more, as opposed to the times when we were growing up, more and more children are not listening to their parents, unfortunately. So if my child doesn't want to meditate, he'll say, Mom, no, I'm not interested. So what do we do?
Here I would like to take attention to something which we usually do. Just for an example, a small child, he is again and again opening the door of the fridge and banging it. What command we give to him is, don't open the door, don't touch the fridge. Now, the subconscious mind, it doesn't understand the words. What does it understand? It understands the pictures. Means when we say, don't touch the fridge, he only understands fridge. The picture which is created in the subconscious mind is only of the fridge, not no.
Okay.
So, the more we say don't do that, he will do more that thing.
So that is like child psychology.
Yeah, child psychology. And not only child, but it's subconscious mind psychology.
Okay, so
Even
all of us,
child.
all of us are reacting to that situation in the similar way, probably.
Yeah. We will have an example.
Okay.
We can close our eyes for a few seconds. Now, don't think of the monkey at all. Don't think how the monkey looks, how he does the mischief, how he moves from one branch of the tree to the other branch of the tree, how he holds the hands of others, how he misbehaves. Don't think at all about it. You should not have the image of monkey at all in front of you. Now open your eyes. What was it?
Yeah, that takes a lot of effort to not bring the monkey in front of you, in front of your vision.
Rather we see, the more we say, don't bring the image of monkey, we can't resist it, the monkey's image comes. In the same way, our subconscious mind is also a child. The more we say not to do this thing, we only give the command of the image.
Okay.
So no, it doesn't understand. So in the child psychology, when we see, if we have to take him to the path of meditation, we don't have to say him, don't do this, don't do that, but we have to make the meditation so much interesting for him that he himself likes and loves to do meditation.
Okay, say for example, if I'm not a meditator, and I just listen from my friends, if I hear from my friends that they are meditators and their child is also following meditation, could it happen that I understand the importance of meditation, but I don't have the time, but yet I want my child to be meditating?
Yeah, definitely you can have. As there are number of programs going on continuously, we have the channel Peace of Mind and Om Shanti channel. So through these channels, even if you don't have time, you can sit when you are having lunch together with your child, when you are having dinner together with your child, or when you are having some spare time, you can watch those shows, or even you can have some good books that your child can read. There are few books which really your child will create interest into it. So along with you, you can also have the child with you, and you can make yourself also understand the same things, and your child can also understand the same things.
But again, going back to the homework and the school, and it's not only homework and school anymore. There are so many different activities that children are involved in, which again was not the case during our times when we were growing up. So maybe as I'm talking to you, I got a thought that as much importance parents are giving to the other activities, you know, they want their child to be enrolled in roller skating, in horseback riding, in swimming, dancing, you name it, you know, every single activity. So maybe if the parents can include meditation as part of this list of activities that their child has to do.
It's not that we have other classes so we can't do meditation. Rather we say, whatsoever classes we are in, whatsoever extracurricular activities we are doing, role of meditation is in a very core level, or meditation plays a very interesting level in all of the activities. We will enjoy all the activities.
So in this tight schedule that we're talking about, how much time should my child, or any child for that matter, you know, children under 11 years of age, how long can they give for meditation?
The best time I would suggest, along with parents, the children, they get up at an early time in the morning and they do meditation together.
In an earlier session, we had discussed 4 o'clock in the morning. It is going to be impossible.
Yeah. We have heard of a famous quote, early to bed, early to rise makes man healthy, wealthy and wise.
That's right.
So if we develop and inculcate this habit of going to bed at an early time and rising early, we will see there would be a great change in our life. The whole family life would change. The lifestyle would change. We get up early, we do meditation together as a family, and then we have so much time that our children can have a good study at that time. We can have a good interaction with them. We can also fix our schedule in such a manner that whatsoever pending work we have, we can do in that time. So it would be, we can say, wiser decision for all of us.
Right. I was just thinking, is it possible or is it okay if we go back to sleep? Like I wake up at 4 o'clock and I meditate for an hour.
Yeah.
Can I go back to sleep at 5 o'clock and maybe get up at my usual time, maybe 7 o'clock?
If you say, is it better? So I would say no, it's not better. if there are some reasons, suppose if the child is having no other time for rest in the afternoon, in that sense, yes, definitely you can make the child sleep. But if he is getting the time to rest in the afternoon, then we can be awake and we can make the child do studies at that time, because as his subconscious mind is very active at this time, he will have a very nice grasping power at this time.
Okay, I think it's going to take a lot of determination from the parents to wake up your child at 4 o'clock and make him meditate. That requires discipline in life.
Yeah, and you see, it's not so very difficult. The children, when the exam period is there, during exam times we were able to do. So definitely if we think or if we have a determination, see, we have given the schedule to the mind that no, I have to do this thing. So our mind will also accept it. But first we have to determine our mind to do that.
We briefly touched upon the benefits that a child can have from meditating. Could you go into a little bit more detail as to what exactly a child can expect from having a regular meditative life?
It's a very interesting question. Here I would like you also to join me with one exercise. We just have to move both our hands in clockwise direction like this.
Okay.
Okay. We can make faster also if you can. Okay. Now we can pause. Now anti-clockwise direction. Slowly, faster, 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 faster. Okay, okay. Slow, pause. Now, one hand in clockwise direction and simultaneously the other hand in anti-clockwise direction.
It's not happening because I don't have the practice.
But this is what I want to give the message. This happens, right and left hand, they can move simultaneously in opposite directions when there is right and left brain synchronization, and the child can adopt it very fastly. If he does this practice in few hours, he can do it very well. So with the meditation, the balance of both the brains, our right brain is creative and left brain is logical.
Okay.
It's very essential for the child to learn meditation, because as soon as he adopts meditation into life, here he starts a new dimension in his life, that is, both of his brains, right and left brain, will attain synchronization, and the life would be very easier for him. Where there needs creativity, he would be creative. Where there needs logic, he would be logical.
That seems to be a very big incentive to meditate, because if we can actually balance the right brain and the left brain and have the balance in our life from childhood, I can just imagine what a wonderful life we'll have as an adult.
Definitely.
I mean, we go through all these stages, which we will be discussing in our future episodes. You know, from your adulthood, you go into your teen years and your youth and your adult. And if we can create this right at that age, what a wonderful society will it be?
Definitely, because today's child would be the future society of ours.
Right. Right. And I had read someplace that even if 1% of the population meditates, then it can benefit like the entire world. And at this point, we have like a lot more children. So if you look at the population, you know, there are a lot more children. So if we can really sincerely focus on this aspect of meditation in the life of our child, then I can just visualize, you know, the wonderful effects it's going to have all across the board.
Definitely. And we can say a new society with illuminated childs, because meditation makes oneself illuminated internally. So illuminated children will be there. One more thing, sister, I would like to add.
Sure.
That as we said that when we get up early, we say good morning to Shiv Baba. One thing more we can do in our routine, in our schedule, that while we go to bed, the family again can together say good night to Shiv Baba, and the children would love this part. We shall say thank you to Shiv Baba for all the good things, for all the appreciations we have in our life, and along with it, if we have made any mistakes, let the children know their mistakes and say sorry to Shiv Baba too.
That's very nice. That's very nice. Thank you, sister, for showing us this wonderful path on which our children can walk. And as we said, the children are our future.
Yeah.
So this clearly brings home the message that if we can encourage our children to meditate, then we are looking at a very wonderful society ahead of us.
Sure, definitely.
So thank you once again for being with us.
Thank you. Shanti.
So I hope everybody agrees with me when I say that meditation is really, really needed in the life of a child as well. It should not be left as an option. I mean, if we encourage our children to meditate along with all the other physical activities that we enroll them in, it will help them, it will benefit them become better individuals. Keep your comments and questions coming and keep watching us, and we look forward to seeing you again on our next show. Thank you.